Hello, I hope you're all doing good. So today I'm gonna show you how I made a corduroy skirt. I made this skirt just before to go in France a few months ago. I'm gonna show you that right now. I hope you will enjoy this do-it-yourself video. So this is the first look I want to create. So first I'm gonna work on this corduroy skirt with the leftovers of the fabric I used to make the jacket I made for my dad at Christmas. So this is this corduroy here. As you can see, I really love the color. And then later I will make this jacket into it, but I will probably show you that in another video. I'm lucky I still have a little bit more of the fabric, so all the pieces are cut already. And I have a little bit of leftover, so I think in the future, not right now, but in the future, and if I live in a country with 4 seasons and I have a winter, I will make probably a bucket hat with the leftovers of this, and probably the lining will be in fur, but that will be in the future, very far away. First, I have to work on this skirt. So to make this skirt, I use the pattern of this old Burda. This is actually a really cool Burda magazine because it's a special edition with a lot of patterns in the 70s. So I'm really glad I got it. I got it for my birthday years ago. And this is actually the skirt I used. So I love the shape because I want to make something quite trapeze. Hopefully it will look like that. We will see. So this is the pattern, this one, of this dress. The pattern 7 called Jane of the Burda vintage number 59H. But as you can see, I alterate this pattern a lot. First, I make it shorter because in Burda, I don't know why, but all the time the patterns are really, really long. I don't know exactly why, because I don't think I'm that short. I actually have long legs, so usually I have the opposite problems. But here I always think all the patterns are really long, so I make it shorter. Hopefully this length will be good, but I could always shorten even more later on. Then I take off this part and I just cut here to have only a skirt, so I have the waistband. And I created also to have the button like this and a fly. So to have a fly, I added some pieces. And I hope to have buttons covered in fabric, and think it will look really cute like that. I never tried this technique, so I will do that later at the end. Here are all the pieces of my pattern. So here it's the back with a dart. The dart is here, not sure we can see it, but it's here. This is the middle back here. Then we have the front. So I have one size which is like that, really simple, but for the other one I added this part for the future fly. So I also added this part which will actually be folded like that. I don't know if it's gonna make sense, but that's where I'm gonna add the button here. And here you will have the buttonhole, and it's gonna look like that for the closure of the skirt. But of course here the fabric it's upside down. This part here and this part will have interfacing on it, so it will be more thick and it won't get altered when I will wash it. Then I made faux pockets because I want 2 at the front and 2 at the back, so this is the shape I wanted of the pockets. It's gonna be a patch pocket, really simple. Now what I'm gonna sew first is I'm gonna sew the 2 darts of the back, then I will probably make the patch pocket. This is what I got so far. So I gathered the 2 back together. I sew the middle back. Up the stitch, the sewing line inside is open, and I will just have to oversew the edge of the sewing line. Up, and then now I'm gonna sew the patch pocket at the back, and that's the reason why I wanted to sew the middle back first, so then I will be sure the pockets line up good. So I made the preparation of my pocket, so I prepare the faux, even if I'm just gonna sew the two at the back for now. So first, as you can see, so it was like this. I oversew all the edge of the pocket. Then I prepare with my iron the future double hem. So I'm making a double hem of 4 centimeters. So what I did is first I iron at 1 centimeter the hem, and then another hem at 3 centimeters. I iron up and then I sew like this. Voila. I pin all the future pockets on the back. I will just have to top stitch at like a few millimeters, probably like 2 or 3 millimeters all around. I didn't draw the easiest pockets because as you can see for the preparation I had to iron at 1 centimeter all around, and I had to keep the curve while ironing, so hopefully the curve will still be nice. The back of my skirt is ready with the 2 pockets here. Now I'm working on the front. So I already did my preparation. So first, so this is the left side of the front, and I put interfacing where the buttonhole will be, here, like that. Then I iron it with my iron like this, because that's how it's gonna look like. And I also oversew up all the edge of the middle front. Up. Alors here it's the right side of my front, and same thing I oversew all the edge of the middle front. Then I prepare I'm not sure to call that the facing, where the button will actually be there, put them later here. And this part, so first there was interfacing on it, and then I fold it with my iron, and then I oversew the edge like this, hold the edge like that, tack, tack, tack. Then I pin it to the right side of my front, and I'm gonna sew it at 1 centimeter like that, from the beginning to the end. And then later on I could do a top stitch like this, and I will stop probably here where the button to close my skirt will end, because here the facing is always longer than the actual part where the buttonhole will be. I don't know if it makes sense. Then what I'm gonna do, so it's gonna be like that, and then I'm gonna sew the middle front up. So up it will need to line up, and I will sew from here to the end of the skirt. So this part here, it would be easier if it was shorter, because with all the layers it was quite difficult when I saw this part here of the middle front, but it's okay. So I did a top stitch here as well, so this part stay really still like this. Then up. That's how it looks like now. So it looks pretty clean. I hope it's gonna stay like that, hopefully. It's always kind of stressful to sew a fly. Now what I have to do is I have to do the top stitch for the fly. So first, when I will do the quite of curve here, I will have to take this part on the part under. And then when I will go straight, so I will go like that under my sewing machine, I will take only this part here. Up, like that. And then when this will be done, after I will be able to to put the button, but I will do that at the end. So I stitch a top stitch here, and I also sew my pockets, my 2 pockets on my front. So now I'm gonna sew the front with the back. I'm gonna sew both sideline here, front size against front size, and then I will open the sewing line with my iron and oversew the edge. I'm back now to show you the fitting. So I'm gonna make quite some alterations. So first I sew the double hem. At the beginning I wanted a double hem of 4 centimeters, but finally I put 3 centimeters because I already think from what I wanted at the beginning, I wanted the skirt to be quite longer, but this is what it is. That's why I didn't want double hem or would have been longer, because I didn't want the skirt to be shorter. But I think the length is not bad. I'm pretty happy of the shape, but I wish it was a lot more trapeze. I didn't want to be that fitted, but it's not bad. And finally, so before I wanted to add a waistband, but I don't want to add it up one anymore because I saw it on, I think it was not looking good at all, especially with the skirt, with the pockets. I don't know, I didn't like it. So what I'm gonna do is I only keep one size of the waistband. I will show you. I will have to put interfacings on this side, and I'm gonna put a waistband will be in the inside of my skirt, or in the shape of my skirt, if it makes sense. Up, it's already inside like that, but I will show you that. And I will also have to unsew this part so it will look clean in the inside. I will show you after. And I'm probably gonna make it longer, this side here. I think it will look better if I put it longer, and also that way I could add maybe 4 buttons, will be nice. Voilà, so I'm gonna work on that and I should be done. So the waistband will be in the inside to the shape of my skirt, is already pinned, so as you can see up, I put the interfacing on it, also oversew the edge here. I pin it at 1 centimeter all around. Later on, I told you I will redo this stitch here, but I won't because my pattern is just too small, so I can't. I didn't think about that later, but I won't be able to go further. But I don't think it's that bad. I think I will still be able to put 3 buttons, I hope. I will see later how big are my buttons. And I unsew just this part here, so I will be able to pin and sew my waistband until here. Actually the facing, because it's more facing than the waistband. So I'll be able to sew it up all the way here, and after this, when I will flip this waistband like that up to the outside, it will be like this. That could go above it, so that will look clean, and I will just have to redo this top stitch here, and I will also do a stop stitch here as well, so my waistband will stay still. Voila, and then I will just have to sew the buttonhole on the buttons, and that will be all good. I just made the button. So to make the fabric cover button, I bought this kit on Amazon. So here they give me all the patterns, so I made the pattern here for the side of my button. Then with this pattern I cut my fabric. I put the fabric and then the cover, and then I can tuck the fabric to the cover, and then I just have to put to snap, I guess, the end of the button. And voila. And voila the result. So you just have to sew that on the buttonhole. Et la jupe est terminée. Je trouve ça trop mignon avec les petits boutons.